Hello, this is Naoto, and thanks for watching this series, Hydra Coding Challenge, and this is the fifth video. So again, I go to this Recode project. This is the website where they collected artworks, scan of artworks from Computer Graphics and Art magazine from 1970s. And today, I was always curious about this one because it looks very complicated. No one tried it before. I mean, in processing, or I don't know if anyone tried in Hydra, but I will try it. Tapestry 1 by Kenneth Knowlton. And this looks kind of easy-ish. Actually, I'm not sure anymore because I thought this is like a noise that's like pixelating. But I'm not sure about this background texture thing. Let's see. And like the other video, I might not go for like completely same thing, but I'll just find somewhere to land to finish the video. Okay. Because there are lines, again, I'll try OSC, surprise, threshold it, and out. So this is my starting point, and then I think I did this before. Calculate, rotate, math pi divided by 4 to make this pattern. Just because I see it like this little squares in the video, in the original work, and I feel that this would somehow no, create something similar. I just want to make the center black, but somehow this doesn't allow me to do it. Maybe it actually doesn't work that way. Maybe this is good. What was the number? 20? 25 or something, I think. Maybe I just inverted. Okay, and I don't like this little dot in the middle, so yeah, okay. So now, wait a second. Well, maybe I just started like this. Now, my question would be, like, I want to, like, I think the last, like this, there are a few steps to create this pattern. I think the first thing is I want to duplicate this in some parts of the image that looks like, so basically it's a bit like repeat, but not. Like something like this might actually work. But like I think the distribution has to be a little bit more random. And then after that, I would like to add some kind of modulate, pixelate, or modulate or something to make this glitchy effect to it. Let me think. So somehow I first want to make this like a bit random. And I'm thinking about, like, there's a trick to do modulate in order modulate to create some kind of pixelation effect that I did before in one of the tutorials. Maybe it doesn't make sense. I don't know. What if I just do modulate noise? This is probably not interesting. Not interesting. It's just modulate the whole thing. What if I do pixelate? Okay. It's more like this last effect I want to add. Repeat 8. So yeah, this is like something I've seen in other video. So this is hard. Oh my gosh, I thought this would be easier. What if, again, like in the other video, this trick I used, what if I modulate this thing? Oh. No. doesn't seem to be helping at all. So I want some part to be black completely, but I think I need to tweak this somehow. Multiply with gradient That's actually quite interesting because it makes the size of the shape different. It's not, obviously it's not what I wanted, but the effect is quite interesting. Because gradient goes, like, does interesting thing with the modulate. It's very hard to explain. I mean, I explained somehow in the tutorials, because modulate is kind of assuming that it's taking this gradient. Gradient is basically the zero, x direction that goes 0 to 1, y direction goes 0 to 1. And modulate is also like using that position in a coordinate of the texture. It does something. If you, for example, subtract with a gradient, it does something weird. Well, not so much in this case, but if you do something like this, then it completely become nonsense. Okay. Oh, okay. So if I do pixelate 8, I think I should do something like 8. Okay, this doesn't make sense. Sorry about this. No surprise. I'm surprised. Okay. How do I work on this? Or maybe I should just work on the last part of this thing. Okay, let's say just like I would multiply with something like this, because I want some part to be black, so maybe thresh. Not really, or maybe I wouldn't even modulate at the moment. So I don't know, just arbitrary numbers. So some parts are black, some parts have these blocks, which is not exactly how it should be, but let's say this is okay. And then I think one thing, either modulate or modulate pixelate, but I would go with modulate pixelate for now. Noise 3, 0. What would this do? Okay, this is completely random, but just like in the other video, I would thresh and also pixelate. Looks like a face, it's funny. Pixelate, in this case, like maybe 64, 64, 64. It's not much. Okay, maybe I should add more stuff, or yeah, it's kind of interesting. Could be that I have to first modulate this thing with noise. No, because this applies globally. Modulate scale, but with the same pixelation. What if I do modulate? Yeah, it's pushing the pixels too much. Yeah. Also thresh. I mean, it's kind of, the idea is like there, right? You can, oh, it's actually interesting. Yeah, this is actually very interesting because it's kind of getting there. Maybe more squares. It's actually not so bad. And what do I pixelate? Maybe I allow Thresh to be a bit more flexible. And maybe this too. Ooh, it's kind of nice. Let's add the scaling. Nine divided by 16. It's quite interesting. It's not exactly, but it's close enough. What if I repeat it a bit more so that grid can be a little bit smaller? Maybe not. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this, although I think it can be a little bit more dense. Yeah, like this. And motion scale. The only thing I feel is that in my Hydra sketch, it's a little bit like more random, like this glitchy effect is like kind of, yeah, just moving in a random direction. But in the original one, it feels like it has more like kind of connection to each other, each neighbors, like kind of like a more like a smudge effect, and it also has this kind of lines, which is quite nice. Instead of Thresh, what if I do something like posterize? Or would it completely break it? No. Yeah, I wonder how to make that happen. No. I mean, the lines are kind of there, right? I don't know if it's really difficult to make that or not. Or what if I modulate scale? No. It's very hard to... anyways, it's really hard to recreate this, I feel. It's somehow... or maybe like something with feedback. That's like completely different approach, but like maybe starting with like one block and then like kind of, I don't know. So I want to save this. So I would open a new tab with this, and then let's say I start with this again. But then, wait. Yeah, I just scale it. Something like this, and then I want to source of 0 layer. So this is layer, nothing will change, but now we have the feedback, and then I don't know, just this is basically the same as scroll, but it won't wrap, hopefully. It is wrapping actually. Oh no, what's happening? This. Okay, it's kind of funny. I thought this would do something that makes sense, but so far it doesn't seem to make sense. But I just wanted to think about like the way that it could use the feedback to do some kind of similar effect. I was also thinking like right now the original texture is in the center, but I can just like scroll it, but like with modulate, noise, posterize. No, then I have to do something really tricky. Modulate with oscillator 0, 1.5. This is pixelated, and brightness minus 0.5, which is modulated by noise subgradient, and then what? Pixelate 1, brightness. Okay, and probably I will enhance this a bit. So it's kind of doing what I wanted. This center, the origin is kind of moving, but also like I think I should do the same thing in here. Is that? Ooh, wow. That's kind of funny. Definitely this is not what I wanted. But it's kind of interesting. I think, I mean, as an approach, I actually like this more. It's more Hydra. Ooh, it's moving super fast. And then what if I mean, the problem now is like, if I add like this, so I change the tab to the original one. So I had this modulate, pixelate, let's say. What if I just add this here? Is that gonna go crazy? Not sure. Ooh. I mean, it's kind of okay. Maybe I take this a little bit smaller. It has more white region. Okay. It's kind of getting a bit too much of this feedback. I think this modulate thingy is having too much. What if instead of moving this as a feedback, I want to move the center thingy. Oh no, doesn't work. Well, okay, it doesn't work that way. Okay, I do this again. The problem with this right now is it's not preserving the texture so much. Okay, let's see. I think I need to use another buffer. So what if I just take this as O1 and then source O1 out? Oh, yeah, so it's a new one that is doing this, and then I want to like kind of make this move in a opposite direction, but maybe it doesn't make sense. Yeah, maybe it doesn't make sense. No. It's not making sense. Okay. Or what if... No. I tried, but I just put it back to all 0. So, and I do the pixelate again. Maybe make this pixelate a bit less harsh. Wait. If I make the threshold lower, then it will end up with more white region, which ends up with like less pixelation. I would almost go for like 920, but minus 64. So some part of the image are getting kind of washed. And maybe I make this noise parameter a bit higher. Yeah. So I don't know which interpretation you would like. I mean, this is a little bit, this is quite busy, and I feel it's interesting, but not so close to what the original image looks like. And this is like kind of okay, but this also doesn't look, well, it's visually maybe similar to the original image, but it's kind of less interesting, right? Like this one is more interesting as an image, I feel. I mean, as a composition. And yeah, tell me what you think, or if you find like better way to recreate the original sketch. Let me know. Please write in the comments. Also, what you want to see in the future videos, or anything you have comments. Also, if you want to hang out when I'm in Colombia or whatever, or in Dortmund, let me know. Write me an email, or just write in the comments so we can catch up. Thank you so much, and please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thank you, and see you in the next video.